Hey, Manib. Hey, I want to give you a little bit of feedback. I'm going through our offers today, and just kind of trying to figure out what we need to do here different because we're not getting a lot of action, right? So this is a new game plan that I come up with, and I'm gonna take this Ogden property. No. Which one was that? Hang on a sec. Let me find the property that. Oh, here. This is the one. So the 7422 Salisbury Street. Um, they said they had one they got our offer. They're going to let the showings go through the weekend, but they have another investor that's very similar, a little closer to asking price, FYI. So let's take a look at this property. So here it is. They're listed at 425, total square footage of 2,300 square foot. Um, in the database, I saw that you came up with an ARV of 485. In 3 or 4 months ago, how I trained you, I don't disagree with that. Um, there's definitely some comps in here that, this one isn't a brand new remodel. So, you know, just take a look at a couple more. I see where you came up with the 485 is what I'm getting at. So let's take a look at this one. So these aren't fresh remodels. They're decent inside. They're clean, but they're not fresh remodels. So we definitely want to try to find those fresher remodels to use as ARV if we can. Here's a 610. I don't think I would use this just because it's just such a unique house, and our house isn't very comparable to this one. But it's definitely a much newer remodel. It's pretty cool inside. Well, not even that newer. So I wouldn't use that one, and so I don't disagree with you there. And then there's these 650s up here that are on these huge lots, not very comparable properties. Now, this is where I'm going to go with this. So this is what I want to change up is before you used to go in and you'd really put most of the weight on the solds. Our market is changing so quickly right now. We need to kind of shift our thinking away from the solds because what was selling 6 months ago uh, is is just not even relevant anymore. The way this market is, because we have no inventory, we need to start weighing our comps a lot heavier on the pendings because we didn't used to use pendings I mean, we would look at them, but we would mostly weigh our comps on the solds. But right now, we know that if it's pending, it's probably at or above list price, right? So we know that we these pending prices are pretty solid, and these will be our comps in 3 months down the road, right? Or just a couple months down the road, or 1 month. This is going to be our comp. So we need to start looking. I want to shift away from using the sold and start looking at the pendings. I think this is what's going to get us into getting more deals. This is how I'm going to present and sell these to investors because it makes sense. That's how these guys are looking at it now. So let's switch. So we're going to take a look at our little ranch house, kind of shitty house, right? And so um, we've got these two pendings that sold at 529 or under contract 529. They're probably going to sell at 529. So we're already way above our 400, 485. And these are really pretty fresh. So I want you to start looking at these. I mean, these are brand new remodels. So they're probably, I would even say our ARV is somewhere around um, 530, 540 even because everything's going above list, especially when it's fixed up like this. Same with this one. This is a 529 and that's a brand new remodel in there. So these are probably actually under con are probably going to sell somewhere around 530, 540, maybe even 550. So if you wanted to stretch off these, that's what I want to start doing. So at least be comping them to the pendings at the price, and if you want to go a little bit above, that's fine. So that puts us more in range. So let me pause this and I'll pull up the sheet real fast. All right, so using 535, you're currently at the percentage of 0.18. That gets us much closer to list. So let's start using those pendings. So before you're probably weighing your comps, 80% on the solds, 20% on the pendings. Now we're going to flip that. We're going to weigh our comps about 80% on the pendings and 20% on the solds. So you want to go in and you want to first look at what's pending and assume that they're pending at that price. And if they're fixed up like these, let's use them. Okay, especially if you have multiple fixed up at around the same price pending, you're probably going to be in pretty good shape. So anyways, let's give that a shot this week and see if we have a little bit better luck. But that sounds like that's going to begin, just based on what I'm looking at, will get us more in the game. Right now, we're just not even close to being in the game right now. So let's give that a shot this week. So let me know that you got this and that you understand what I'm talking about. And let's switch this up a little bit and see if we can get some properties going.